Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys saw in last week's video, you know that we have that Chevy ZR2 outside, and as you guys know, I can't leave anything alone. And I actually already ordered mods for the truck before it even got here, because as you guys know, that truck was shipped down here from New York, and actually I was out of town when that got here. So I had to go pick it up from the in-laws. So let's show you what mods we got for the truck, and we'll go ahead and get started on the install. So as you guys know, my truck was shipped, and when they shipped it, they decided not to install the radio antenna. I think because simply it was going to be simply way too tall, because like I said, the truck was on top of a 3-vehicle transport, so it's one of those big ones that's kind of shaped in a ramp. It was somewhere maybe in the very front or middle of that, and I don't know how high that antenna would have been. Might have been above DOT standards. So I do not have an antenna on the truck, and when I drove it home from the in-laws, the radio didn't work. I was like, what the hell, why isn't this working? And then, it came to my mind that the antenna was sitting in the back seat, that toolbox underneath the back seat. So I was like, you know, I really don't want to go with the stock antenna because it hits on everything and they look pretty hideous. So I decided to pick up this short antenna from Ronin Factory. I actually got this on Amazon. I want to say it was like $25, something like that. And it does say Chevy Silverado GMC Sienna. That's interesting. But you guys do have to be careful. I've seen multiple people complain on Facebook, Amazon. You have to measure which antenna you have. If you guys have this is the 7mm antenna, so this is for the 1500s. So if you guys have the 2500 HDs, I don't know if that chassis and body has changed. I'll be honest, I don't know, you know, 'cause the HDs are weird. They only change like every 10 years. So I don't know if that chassis happens to be sitting on the old chassis or is the new chassis when they redid the trucks in 2019. I'm just not sure on that. But so if you guys have a 2020 plus 2500, I don't think this antenna will fit. I think you guys need 6mm. I have the 7mm like I just said, and so I think this should just go right on. So, but yeah, so let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. It's, like I said, it's like a 3 or 4 inch antenna, and a lot shorter than factory. Alright, so I got this thing open. I did actually have to cut this bag. It was sealed 100% and I couldn't open it. So this should install real quick. I will say this, you guys will want to be careful when you're installing this. I did see people complain about tearing out the threads, because I think there's thread locker on here. And I want to say, I think the plastic and the metal, you know, something happened, and these have a tendency that they can break. So, but yeah, so that's your short antenna. I mean, like I said, it fits in your hand, and it's only like 4 inches versus like the factory one being like 48 inches. That's probably, yeah, they're probably at least 4 feet tall. And every time I went into work or I pull into the garage with my old truck, I would hit that stupid antenna. I didn't want that happening on the new truck. So, oh, and the other thing to be aware, guys, people will say there is a decrease in radio performance. I'm kind of fully expecting that with the new truck. So we may lose some stations, we may lose signal earlier, but I really don't care. I'm not in my truck all that often, so, you know, like I said, and if we hate it, I can always put the factory one back on. Actually, it was never installed, so I can install the factory one for the first time. But let's go ahead, let's go outside and get this antenna installed. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and see if this fits. This is the 7mm version, like I said. You know, be careful if you guys have the 2500s. Those can be problematic, because like I said, the size seem to be different. So yeah, this is going. There is Loctite on the threads, so do be careful about that. And we'll go ahead and finish tightening this down. Alright guys, well, the Ronin logo ended up being kind of backwards, but that's fine. That's kind of where we're at. This is fully hand tight. You could put a small wrench on here, but honestly I don't want to screw up the aluminum finish on that or risk hitting the fender. So yeah, that is your short antenna on a 2022 ZR2. Alright guys, I just scanned through the radio stations, and the only station I'm not picking up is a rock station out of South Carolina. I am not too disappointed in that. I mean, yeah, I used to listen to it a lot, but honestly, it's picking up 9 out of the 10 stations that I listen to in the Charlotte market. And actually, that station out of South Carolina, it's not even the Charlotte market. It's out of Greenville, Spartanburg area, and that's like a solid hour and a half away. You know, so where I am in Charlotte, Mecklenburg area. Actually, I'm not in Mecklenburg County, but where I'm at in the Charlotte area, I'm on the fringe of picking that station up anyway. And if I go toward Concord, probably halfway between Denver and Concord, that radio station drops out anyway. So, you know, everything's working. It's picking up stations. And in the Charlotte market, 95.1 and 96.1 are kind of the big pop stations. So those work just fine. And yeah, so I mean, I really have no complaints about the radio station. Now, I would play the radio, but guys, copyright strikes, music, I mean, like I said, it is picking up, you know, the 95.1. You know, with all the music copyright crap going on right now, we're not going to play any music. And I just want to show you that this does work. I'm probably 30 miles outside the Charlotte metro downtown area. And yeah, so where I live and work, this is going to work just fine. But like I said, I did notice one station that I'm out of the market for. You know, like I said, we're an hour and a half, yeah, at least an hour and a half, maybe almost 2 hours away. That station isn't coming in. So one station, not a bigger deal. Just want to let you guys know. All right, guys, well, that's going to be it for today's video. Like I said, real quick one, just showing you the radio antenna, the install, and kind of the results. And yeah, so if you guys want to see more ZR2 videos, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications. If you guys want to help support the channel, check out the links down below. I'll have a link down to that radio antenna. And make sure you check out my website, BonecrrusherSS.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.